Giant pumpkins. Giant pumpkins. Have you ever seen a giant pumpkin? One so big it would not fit in a car? People all over the world have taken up the hobby of growing giant pumpkins. Growers compete against one another, hoping to break the record, the world's biggest pumpkin. In 2013, Tim Matheson from Napa, California, won the title with a pumpkin that weighs 2,032 pounds, 922 kilograms. That is how much a walrus or a small car weighs. The gigantic squash measures more than 17 feet, 5.2 meters around. World's biggest pumpkin. Matheson grew three giant pumpkins over 6 months in 2013. His pumpkins set world records for the first, third, and fourth largest pumpkin ever grown. Matheson won more than 15,000 in prize for his pumpkins. He showed his record-breaking pumpkin to the world on a national television show. While growing them, his daughter Tara joined her dad in the pumpkin patch every evening. Tara cannot walk or talk because of a rare medical problem. "She is my inspiration," Matheson said. "I took her out to the patch every night for 2 hours and she would be smiling." Once Matheson started growing giant pumpkins, they got bigger every year. He said using the best seeds, soil, and plant food was his secret. Matheson shares the seeds from his prize-winning pumpkins with growers all over the world. He hopes kids will grow their own giant pumpkins. "It is amazing to watch the pumpkins grow," he said. "Some days they put on 53 pounds, 24 kilograms. It is a lot of fun." Growing a winter. According to Matheson, anyone can grow giant pumpkins if they understand what pumpkins need. Growers make sure their soil is rich with nutrients. They use compost and other organic matter in the soil. Rich soil helps pumpkin grow quickly. Growers use seeds that are known to produce giant pumpkins. They plant them indoors in the spring, often in April. The plants can be hurt by cold or heat, so they must be protected. Matheson used heater to give his pumpkin a head start in the spring of 2013. Once it was warmer, the plants were moved to a sunny spot in the garden and carefully watered and fertilized. Growers prune the plants or cut away extra vines at least every other day. When flowers appear, they are pollinated, and the pumpkins start to grow. The best pumpkins grow on strong, healthy vines. Growers are careful not to use too much plant food. Pumpkin can grow too big and burst. When they are the size of softball, all but the best pumpkins are cut off the vine. As a result, the plant food reaches the most perfect pumpkin. Matheson spent 2 hours every morning working in his pumpkin patch. After he came home from work, he spent 2 more hours in the garden every evening. He fertilized, pruned, and cared for his fall pumpkin plants all summer and into the fall. There can be only one. In October, grower with the biggest pumpkin meet at weight of around the world. It is an exciting time and growers wait to see who has the biggest pumpkin. For winners, the long months of planting, pruning, watering, and care pay off. Their giant pumpkins are some of the biggest in the world. Growers use forklifts and trucks to transport their pumpkin to waste off. They carefully use ropes, straps, and chains to move their pumpkins. At weight-offs, pumpkins are weighed on giant scales to see which is biggest. After the contests are over, growers have creative and related ways of using their pumpkins. Pumpkin boats. Some growers in countries around the world hollow out their giant pumpkin and turn them into boats. People use paddle to race the boat. Sometimes they wear costumes during the races. A man in the United Kingdom set a new speed world record in 2013. He paddled a hollowed-out giant pumpkin 100 meters, about the length of a football field, in 2 minutes. Gigantic jack-o'-lantern. Giant pumpkins can be carved into silly or scary jack-o'-lantern. Some carvers use power tools to create works of art. Giant pumpkin pie. Some giant pumpkins are used to make huge pies. Growers of giant pumpkins in Ohio baked a pie that was named the world's largest in 2010. It was 20 feet, 6.1 meters wide and weighed 3,699 pounds, 1,678 kilograms. That is a lot of pumpkin pie. Growing of giant pumpkins can be fun, a fun way to spend time in the garden. Maybe someday you will grow the world's biggest pumpkin in your backyard.